how massive are they? How grotesque? How offended are we about to be? If we are looking at a Jeb Bush-Hillary Clinton election, it seems that there is no amount of money to stand in the way of their supporters trying to help them win.
Steph, we're talking billions by the time it's all said and done in 2016. But what's most interesting right now in these early stages, before it's worth noting anybody has actually entered the race, is how the game has changed on the fundraising side of things. The rules haven't changed since 2012. And back then, President Obama and Mitt Romney, the Republican challenger, did use super PACs to raise money. Romney about $153 million, President Obama about $70 million, and super PACs that supported them. What's different is the interaction between candidates. Back in 2012, Steph, both Obama and Romney were extremely cautious in how they dealt with super PACs. Lawyers were very wary of where the rules actually were. Now, no caution whatsoever. One of the primary reasons, Steph, that nobody has actually entered the race, once you enter the race, you're not allowed to coordinate with your super PAC. If you haven't, you can. What people are doing right now is raising a ton of money on the candidate level for those super PACs before they even launch. Steph, money is the issue, and the game is really just cranking up to another degree right now.
So is this why we are seeing Jeb Bush, Hillary Clinton all over the place talking to among the richest people in America?
No question about it. Hillary Clinton, not as much yet, and that's primarily because she doesn't look like she's going to have a primary. But on the Republican side, no fewer than 8 potential candidates have outside groups up and running. And the amazing thing, Steph, is that not only do they have their political action committees, which they do coordinate with, but they have these super PACs as well. And if you want to know how donors can possibly be confused, you talk about Jeb Bush. He's not even taking the trouble to name his super PAC and his PAC something different. They're both named Right to Rise. Basically, if you're a donor, Steph, you just give money, and you hope you give it to the right to rise at this point. Every Republican who really wants to play in this ballgame right now has an outside group supporting it. It's really necessary if they actually want to have a chance.
Phil, has John McCain or other critics of campaign finance rules spoken out on this yet?
Yeah, you've heard John McCain talk about it. You've heard Lindsey Graham talk about it. But I think everybody agrees on this, both Republicans and Democrats. You're not going to unilaterally disarm. President Obama back in 2012 was very uncomfortable about supporting super PACs because you remember he actually called out Supreme Court justices during his State of the Union for allowing Citizens United to go through, the Supreme Court ruling that allowed all of this. But the judgment was made within President Obama's political team that you simply couldn't cede this ground to Mitt Romney. So they went all in. You've seen Republicans do the same exact thing. Even the most critical of politicians at this point in time feel like, hey, if we don't do it, we're never going to win. So you might as well go in and hopefully change the system from the inside. The big thing on that, Alex, there are just no major moves to change the system on the inside right now.